Welcome back to Indie on Indie with Chris and Cody.
And this is a very special edition.
This is a super. We've been waiting for this forever, which is
we've been waiting for this since the inception of Indie on Indie. Actually, Chris, do you remember after our first sit down of recording Indie on Indie, the next week was when the PlayStation 4 was launched, and the launch day of PlayStation 4, we came here all excited to record PS4, and it just so happened that HDCP was still a thing.
Yes. So we tried connecting it, and we weren't able to get it to work properly with our game capture device. And then we found out that Sony still had that enabled, the HDCP, and so, but now we're here. They've allowed you to disable it.
So what you guys are watching is an Indie on Indie that has been 6 months in the making.
So yeah, this is super exciting. So today's adventure is Don't Starve. It was one of the earlier games. I can't remember exactly when it came out. Was it
January.
January?
Yep.
So this is my dude. I'm at 88 days, but we're going to start a new game. We'll just be our guy, normal guy.
Just be the normal guy.
And we'll start the game.
All right.
And so I'm going to play first a little bit just to kind of get us started. I'm more seasoned than Cody at this game, but by no means am I a professional at this.
I mean, you made it 88 days. That's pretty good.
I made it through 2 winners, which is a big deal. I meant to do some more, but I just got busy. But I really do enjoy this game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
And I actually like the aesthetics of the game like a lot. Like I really like the way this game looks.
The game is really pretty. I remember the first time I saw it on PC, and I'm just like, oh, I don't have a PC that's like good enough to run this, or not good enough to run it, but I don't want to run this on like a crappy PC.
Yeah.
And so the second that they announced it for the PS4 at I believe it was E3 last year, I was sold. I was just like, I want this game. I'm sold. PS4, you got me. Which by that time I already knew I wanted a PS4 just because Infamous was coming out on it. But
this way. So just for fun, I'll run players through, our viewers, I guess, just through some of the basics to get started, because this is one of those permadeath games. So once you die, it's over. I mean, there are a couple things that you can get to help you out a little bit, but by and large, if you die, you're dead.
Wait, did you just find a pickaxe?
Yep. So there's occasionally there's these skeletons around, and they usually have resources plus some item like a pickaxe or a miner's hat or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never found one of those before.
So I'm just kind of checking things out. So it's been a little bit, so I'll have to get used to the controls again. But
yeah. So I think it's important to note that we're going to play this game. Our series of this game is going to be how you play it. So we are going to make it where when we die, this is over.
Yeah.
So we're just going to play
Unless we die horribly right in the beginning. Then we might play a second one.
Welcome to the 1 episode permadeath of...
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is make your little axe, which requires some sticks and some flint. So I got my little axe. Actually, I'll go up here and grab some food. So most people's natural instinct is to just kind of get started and building your base. But that's actually not the best way to go, because there's a couple things that you want to be near that are really important.
Like what?
Like, it's always good to have, so I'll pause it here. It's always good to be near an area that borders several biomes. So that's the most I can zoom in. So we started off sort of in forest area, then like the savanna, and this is like the plains that we're in now. So it's good to border a bunch of those. That way you have kind of quick access to a bunch of different areas.
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is just grabbing some wood, so that I have enough wood to make a fire to last the night. I'll explain why that's important as we get closer to darkness. But so right now I've got enough wood. I just need some wheat, so I'll go grab that. Some grass, I guess. I keep calling it wheat because of Settlers of Catan. I'm used to always saying, I don't know if you ever played that board game.
I have never.
I have never.
Never.
It's a really fun game. It's really fun to play with friends.
Oh, okay.
But it's got wheat and stuff. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what I'm looking for now, like I said, is a place that's next to several biomes, but I need to do this. Need to find some food too, but nope. Speaking of which, grab some berries. Flowers are cool too because I'm going to make them into a little hat at some point to keep my sanity up.
Got to make a nice little
Some
garland.
bees. Another thing too to keep in mind is that the areas become progressively more dangerous. So something like this water hole doesn't really mean much, but as you play a little longer, frogs will start to appear. And frogs aren't particularly super dangerous, but like if you have a crap ton of them near you, they'll attack you on sight, and it can get really annoying.
That's actually the first time I died in Don't Starve. I made it like 3 days, and I just randomly found a frog, and I was like, "Oh, hey, frog!" And then I got punched in the face by about
Frogs.
5.
You wouldn't think they'd be aggressive, but they're aggressive creatures. So another cool thing is this road, which it makes me happy that I found this so early.
Oh yeah.
So in your standard game, you'll get pretty much the same land ratios in terms of biomes, and you'll get generally one really long walkway, which is cool because walkways increase your running speed.
Oh.
So as long as you're on them, it makes it easy to get back. Unfortunately, I think we have a loop,
Yeah,
which
that's what it looks like.
is not the best, but that's okay. It's okay. Oh, maybe we don't have a loop. Looks like it branches off again. So.
Huh, I never noticed that walkways make you run faster.
Yep.
So this is why we got you playing, Chris, because I don't know anything about this
Except,
game.
what is this walkway with all this crap in it?
Yeah.
All these ponds.
Oh, and then it
it's
stops.
All right. Well, we'll just kind of just to double check. Yeah. So we have enough for a fire, so it'll be good. Let's grab some random crap. Now, one of the cool things too is you can spend time chopping down trees without much worry. And actually, one of the characters is like a super tree chopper guy.
Oh yeah.
So that makes it helpful. But after I think it's the third day, every time you chop down a tree, the trees within a certain radius of that tree have a really small percent chance of spawning a treant who will aggressively come and attack you.
Oh.
So that's just something to keep in mind too. Like if you're going to go out on a chopping
So
spree, you got to be a little careful.
So my question is, the tree ants or whatever, they have faces? Like, are they just trees with faces?
No, those are
Okay.
the you're talking about the planted ones.
Yeah.
They do have faces, but they don't preemptively have faces.
Okay. So
The ones that are in the ground are I forget what they're called, like the evil trees or the spooky trees.
I don't remember.
And when you chop them down, you get spooky wood.
Oh,
So
is spooky wood good?
you need it for certain things.
Okay. Because the first time, one of the first times I was playing this game, I've played it. I really dug it, but I didn't get too like deep into it.
Yeah.
And one of the times that I was playing as another character whose name is Willow, and she has like a lighter that you can just light things on fire with. And so I was walking around, and of course I'm walking down, and there's a forest. It's this really heavy forest, and I'm walking through that just to get a couple trees, and I see a tree with a face. And I was like, oh, hell no, this is not happening. So I pull out my lighter and catch that on fire. And before I knew it, the entire forest I was in burnt down with me running away from the flames while it was all happening.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So I wasn't actually really sure if that was a good thing or bad. I just assumed, in this game, everything tries to kill you. So I just assumed it was going to try to kill me and annihilate it.
Yeah, as a general rule, assume everything is trying to kill you, including your incompetence. So.
Yes. That kills me quite often.
So we're about out of time. So I'm going to go up here. This area, which I intentionally did not do anything with. We'll go here. And I'm going to place my fire down. So now I got a fire. And then if you inspect it, it tells you if it's getting low or not. So, crap. Damn it. Pick that back up. I got to use the controllers. There we go. So we'll add some fuel to it. All right, so it's nighttime, and of note, if you're out in the darkness, I can't really hear very much.
Yeah, we can't really hear very
So this
well,
might be a
but-
bad idea. So you'll get this warning, and I'm going to run away, and there is a monster in the darkness that will kill you if you're out in the darkness for too long.
Oh, God.
And it doesn't even have to be that long. It's like 5 seconds or something. So, and that counts for pretty much anywhere in the game, as far as I'm aware, that if you are in the darkness, this thing will kill you. So if you're in caves or the ruins or whatever. So I'm going to grab this. A little fun fact, if that tree ant does come out, you can start planting pine cones real fast, and it'll eventually go docile. So I'm going to go ahead and cook some berries, because I'm going to cook a carrot too for fun. because my stomach is getting a little low, so I'm just gonna go ahead and eat.
Okay.
Cook another one. If you start to starve, you will begin to lose life. Okay, so full stomach. I'll start chopping. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the rate at which your stomach drops is related to how much activity you're doing, I think. So chopping trees and running and that kind of stuff. Grab that. Oh. It's a new saving icon. That's interesting. So one of the other things that I want to get for survival is the backpack.
Yes.
So I'm going to go grab, I just happen to have enough. Grab this, and then...
you need a science
I need a science machine. But I just want to make sure that I have enough for it later on. Birdseed is really good to grab too. So if you happen to see that, grab it. You can use it to plant food, or you can use it to trap birds, or you can just eat it. It's a pretty good food if you cook it.
I typically just eat it.
Yeah.
I run out of food long before I can get to the point where I can start trapping birds and such. So,
yeah. All right, so now we are... I forget what's the map. There we go. So we kind of did a little check around here, and that's fine. We're going to go back on our quest to find a good space. So at this point, I have enough to make a fire, and I've got food. So if I see carrots or something, I'll just grab them, or some berries. But other than that, I'm not going to spend a lot of time like chopping down trees or picking up twigs or anything like that. Mostly just because we need to get a camp going at some point. And you definitely have 3 days of safety, where you can kind of just do what I did, which is make a fire and you'll be fine. But after that, I think after the 3rd day, either the 3rd or the 5th day, every night rotation, there is a probability of hounds coming out and attacking you at night.
oh god.
And that increases with every day in which... Ooh, there's some piggies over there. Let's check out what's happening over there. If we can... No. So I forget what the percent chance is, and there's some websites where you can get the logistics out and whatever, but let's just pretend it's a 3% chance. That percent chance will increase every night in which you do not get attacked by hounds until eventually you have a 100% chance of getting attacked by hounds, and then the timer resets. We're getting some weird placements for these things.
I've never seen so many pawns
So
in
there's
this
a
game.
couple frogs, so I'll walk near one, and they'll get mad at me. Nope. No.
Or not.
Yeah, I mean, they're not the sharpest, but they will get mad at you if you... oh, did I run out of... Did I axe myself out?
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, so we got some pigs here. That's good to know. I'm going to leave him alone for now.
Jesus.
Something
As the bag falls behind us.
Something just fell behind us. It was scary.
Too in-depth into this game.
Okay. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to go up to try to reconnect with the road.
So I'm not sure if this is coming out to PS4 or not, but Chris, Don't Starve with Friends is coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I hope it comes out on the PS4.
Yeah, that would be cool, indie on indie. Both of us, the rookie and the veteran.
I think that would be sweet.
It would be so
to
much
have,
fun.
Yeah, friends. Because there's a lot of times, like, I realize the purpose of the game is, like, you are alone and you're scared all the time. But it would be fun just to have, like, that little light of somebody you know next to you.
Yeah.
Out of my way, bird. So we're at day 2. And I believe at day 15... It's been a while. I think at day 15... you start to enter like fall around then, and you have a chance that winter will come. Oh man, this is so bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, this isn't good. I could go to the left, but... So this is kind of a bad layout just because the maps are all... Or the roads are leading into weird spaces. It's possible I just went the wrong way.
Maybe.
Or the map could just be bad. So we'll kind of see what's going on. But, I forget what I was talking about. Oh, But winter, you have to prepare for winter because you can't survive winter if you're not set up with certain food, like producing abilities. So like pretty much all the berries will stop producing. You won't get carrots. You just have to start sort of being preemptive at around day 10, but we're not there yet. So
I think
There's
I've
a
lucked
mushroom.
out a lot whenever I play this game because
Yeah,
I think the furthest I've made is like day probably 18 or something like that, and like I'm surviving off of growing my own food, like the berries and such, which, as you said, are going to die out.
yeah, it's not that they die; they just don't produce anymore.
Yeah.
So you still have the plants and stuff, but they just don't really grow. Oh, here's a fun thing. So this is a wormhole. If you jump in there, it will take you to a new location. I'm not going to jump in there because it lowers your sanity.
It looks inviting.
So this is actually starting to run out of time, so I need to be a little strategic about what I'm going to do for my next move. I would like to find a place that has, man, some resources. So there's some spiders, which I do not want to be anywhere near, so I'm going to run away from them. All right, this is good. So here's some beefalo.
Beefalo.
And that's one of the things you want to look for when you're making your base. So now that we know where the beefalo are, that gives us some good knowledge about our area. And the reason you want the beefalo is for the manure primarily, but also you can shave them and use their shavings to create clothes.
Ooh.
In particular, there's like a hat you can wear that'll keep you warm.
You can make a stylish hat.
But there's a trick, as there often is in this game, that you don't want to build your base too close to them because they, like during a period of summer, ooh, a bunch of bees, that's good. Sorry. Every spring or summer or something, they'll start going into heat. And
Oh,
man,
God.
there's a crap ton of bees here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is bad. This is terrible, actually. I'm gonna run out of. Try to run as far as I can until it starts to get dark, and then I'm gonna throw up a fire. All right, well, I'm out of time, so.
I remember I survived my first night of this game by building a torch and just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I just kept building torches out of everything I could find, and then I would use those torches to set a tree on fire so that I would just sit there by the tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I died pretty quick on that one. Actually, by a beefalo. I just walked by and it kind of hit me with. I had like no health because a bunch of frogs attacked me. And then I walked by a beefalo. I was so happy because I finally found manure to make a farm.
Yeah.
Walked by a beefalo and it just kind of stepped on me and I died.
They'll leave you alone unless you attack them or they're in heat. And you can tell they're in heat because their butts will be red. So we're gonna do some eating. So the reason I say that this is bad is because the beefalo are here, and there's some roads, which is good. There's some bees, which is good too. But the problem is I don't know. Tomorrow we're gonna have to check this out, but we need resources, and there's like literally there's no trees here really that we can see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of grass, but that's not really helpful. So if this area connects to that area, we're good, and we're gonna check around this area when light comes, and we'll see. Cook some more carrots.
I like it. No, this is definitely a cool game. I'm happy to see games like this being embraced more and more.
Yeah, I love this game a lot. It's weird though. Like I'm one of those people that loves, like, I play Diablo on hardcore. Like I love kind of the permadeath thing, but it also, like, it's in my 88-day game. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like scared. I know I need to go explore, like in the mines and the ruins, but I'm scared to do it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of almost have like decisional paralysis in that regard.
And that's why you stopped playing the game.
Yeah. Well, I just got busy.
Yeah.
And then a couple other games came out. So sweet. So it's kind of weird how it's pausing, or it seems to cause a slowdown when it does that now.
Yeah.
It never used to do that.
Does it normally autosave?
It normally does, I think, but it never did like that. Like come down from the top thing. At least I don't recall seeing that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right, so this is good. We got some trees, and they're connected by a road. So we're gonna go over here.
Oh, yeah.
Over here. Let's see what we got. Okay,
Water.
so we got water.
So, Chris, can you use that water for anything?
You cannot.
Which, by the way, I love the way how the water looks in this game.
Yeah,
Like the car, it looks like paper cutouts that are just kind of like moving.
yeah. It looks like it's like a. Oh crap! What are those things like? The little diorama scenes you would make. Okay, so the big question is, and I'm just gonna run across.
There's another beefalo.
We got a lot of beefalos.
That's
So
good.
beefalos are interesting too. Damn. Let's see. I was hoping that this would connect. But beefalos will breed, and they'll produce like a little baby beefalo that'll eventually grow up. It actually grows into like a teenager beefalo, which has like really crappy like facial hair, like a teenager trying to grow like a mustache or whatever,
That's funny.
or a goatee. Oh, poop.
So close.
Yeah. Well, it's annoying.
Oh, look at how close they are. Go back to your map.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Can you see it from there? Oh,
Oh.
that's terrible. Oh well.
Oh, man.
Well,
Can you build a bridge?
no.
Damn.
I mean, it's okay. I guess it's annoying. But we probably have, I can go to day 5 and explore, but after that, I sort of need to settle down and decide what I'm going to do. So, I mean, this isn't too bad, I guess. The real question is, so maybe this could be a saving grace if this part connects, but I don't think it's going to.
Wait for it.
No, I think the water's going to go up. Yep.
Damn.
So that's not great because it doesn't give us access down here, so it seems like there's a choke point in the map here. So half the map is pretty much up in here. So that probably means that I will set up our camp over here, which is not the greatest location, but it's okay. It's still close enough to some beefalo. Ideally, you want to be able to get to resources within half a day or less, walking distance from your camp, and then you'll have time to do whatever you need to do there and get back before night falls.
Okay.
So that's the ideal scenario. So this area is okay. We'll pop around up here. Maybe there'll be something exciting that will change. So we got some food. It's not too bad. So a lot of people too, they see these rabbits and they feel obligated to go like hunt them. First of all, they're really hard to chase.
You cannot catch them.
Yeah. Sometimes if you get them like cornered or on their way back to the hole, you can attack them. But you can set up little traps, which we'll do. Ooh. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. It's nice to have pigs around because they can help fight hounds and stuff.
Yeah, I remember finding the one colony of pigs, and the only thing that I didn't try to attack because I knew I'd get my ass whooped, and then dogs came after me right after that.
Yeah.
And they just beat them up for me. I was like, I like you guys.
Yeah, they're super helpful, especially against. Towards the later end of the game, you can cultivate spiders if you're careful, and it's cool because you can have, if you do it properly, and there's guides on how to do it online. You can create like a spider hole, and then have pigs near them, so the pigs will help keep the spider population down, which is really helpful. The only thing you have to be worried about, everything in this game, this is what I like, everything has like a balance to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, in that scenario, the pigs will help kill the spiders, but the spiders drop evil meat. And if pigs eat too much evil meat, they'll turn into werepigs, and then they'll just start to attack everything in sight, including you. So it's like you got to kind of keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. It's the same thing with, oh, this is good, we got a gold mine. So I'm going to go grab that. Ooh. The same thing with like eating, you can eat meat, so you can capture the rabbits and cook them and eat them. But every sort sort of violent animal you kill, every small, whether it's a bird or whatever, there's this hidden meter that is going on, and every time you kill it, it fills it up. And if you reach a certain point, this thing comes out and steals all your shit. Like it goes into your town and they're like, well, open up your boxes and your chests and whatever.
What?
And steal your stuff. So.
Oh my god, this game thought of everything.
Yeah, so it's like you can survive on that kind of food if you want. I think we'll work our way down. I think we'll set up our camp. We'll see what happens. It's Indie on Indie, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So
I see spiders.
Yep, we're gonna ignore them. The wormhole. Let's work our way down. Grab some food.
Grab the fit.
Just double check so we can make a fire. So if I make it down in time, I will make the campfire. If I don't, I'll make a small fire.
Good call, good call.
So obviously this is one of those games that's like, you know, there's really strategic, smart ways to do things. Most of the time, you can get away temporarily. Ooh, hat. Take that.
Chris, you're looking very dashing right now.
That. So I'm going to do one thing. Equip that. So I don't really need it right now. And a pitchfork. I'll take that. Okay.
I've never seen a pitchfork in this game.
Yeah, pitchforks are pretty cool. You can use them to pull up land. So here we are. Don't see any spiders, so we're okay.
Home.
So let's just decide on where we want to put our camp. So there's a road here, which takes us to some stuff, so that's good. It's kind of annoying that none of the roads are connected, but, you know.
It happens.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
some bees there. So I'll probably just build our fire there. I like to build a fire. Fortunately, our screen's real dark, so I think
Kind of hard to see.
roughly we're in a good spot, maybe. So I'll just put our fire here. So it's next to a road, so you can take the road back if things start getting bad or you're running out of time. So that's always good. Some more fuel. Nice and I always love this part, like when there's nothing going on and you're not under a serious attack. I just love it, like kind of when it gets dark.
You're just sitting by a fire.
And you're just sitting by a fire. It's nice and calm, not a lot of light.
Fearing what's coming next in the
Start
next
chopping
days.
some trees. Chopping some trees. So this character, whatever his name is, Wilson, I think it is.
Yeah, I believe his name's Wilson.
So he has a special. What am I gonna say? One thing of flint, really? Really? I guess we'll just work on this. He slowly grows a beard over time, and his beard acts as a warmth provider for you during winter. So it kind of acts as like a secondary piece of clothing that'll keep you a little warmer, which is nice.
That's funny. I knew that he grew a beard, but I didn't. I just thought they were just kind of like, yeah, this is the generic character, so we need to give him something because everybody else has cool things. He can grow a beard.
Yeah, I mean it's actually really helpful.
So Chris, who's your favorite character to play as in this game?
I've actually just only played as him, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I've fiddled around with the other characters, but I just kind of like, I like the challenge that he has.
Yeah.
So I've just been kind of working with him. I know there's like the characters get like crazier and crazier.
Yeah, I've only unlocked the first 3, I believe. I've got the guy who's strong, I've got Willow, and then I've got Wilson.
All right, so we need some rocks, so we'll have to go.
I'm a fan of Wilson, Willow.
Wilson.
I like Willow just because she makes things interesting. So like if you
Yeah.
like if she gets bored, she just sets something on fire, which is really annoying, but it makes the game really interesting when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean they all have like cool little things. There's the lumberjack guy like turns into a giant beaver, and he becomes like super strong and can like chop down trees like super fast.
That's hilarious.
But I think after you're done, his like hunger level is like 0, and his sanity's dropped like a ton.
My sanity would drop a little bit too if I was a beaver.
Okay, so I need some rocks because I want to make an alchemy machine.
Science.
So yeah, there's kind of a couple different ways that, yeah, see,
Huh.
that thing in the bottom right always used to appear, but now that thing
Yeah.
in the upper
Maybe they do an autosave. Like, maybe that's part of a new
Yeah.
update that they didn't do before.
Okay. Sorry, I keep switching the map, but I just need to kind of make sure I'm heading properly.
Get a feel of where you are.
Okay. I don't want that. Yep, yep. The other cool thing, too, is with a few exceptions, everything stays on the ground.
Yeah,
So you can always come back later if you can't grab something or whatever.
that's nice.
Grab some of this stuff because I want to make a backpack that'll give me some extra space. Rope. So I'll just make a mental note of
I
that.
have never once seen a dead adventurer, and here you are finding 3 within our first 4
Really?
days.
Yeah.
I think my problem is just I don't explore enough in this game. So, like, what I do is I just find a place that looks kind of nice, and then I just set up a house there. Like, I didn't know about, like, I don't understand the differences between the biomes other than that they're there. Like,
Yeah.
normally what I do, and this is probably really bad now that I know that there's a lot of repercussion for it, but I just set up close to rabbit holes, and that way I have food.
Yeah, so I do that too for winter because that's the best way to eat. And you can actually do something that's kind of cool. You can call, I don't know if it's an exploit or what, but when you build chests, you get whatever, you can put like 12 things in there.
Yeah.
You can keep live rabbits in the chests, and if they're alive, they won't spoil.
Huh.
So down here, see how the green is slowly
Yeah.
fading? That's how long your food has until it goes bad. But you can keep a rabbit in a chest forever. So for winter, I'll usually have like 2 or 3 chests just solely filled with rabbits. And then I will slowly eat them over time so that, I have food, but I'm not causing the, I forget what it's called. It's like the crumpet or something.
The crumpet.
All right.
So what does niter do? I find that all the time.
Yeah, you can use it for a couple of things.
Oh, okay.
It's usually all over the place, so it's not too...
Yeah, I never really worry about it.
All right, I'm going to head up here, kind of scope out around our area just a titch more before I start setting up.
Just a
certain things.
titch.
Just a titch. Grab this. So now I'm just kind of putzing around.
Yeah, we've got a home base set up. I think are we in pretty good condition right now? You
Yeah.
looking good?
Actually, we might need to... Yeah, let's pause this for a second. We'll do next time on Indie on Indie. I'll show you guys the science machine.
Science.
Bye.